Hello again, everyone. How's everything? I hope you are doing great. So, in today's class and session, we're going to continue our discussion with regards to writing a very nicely designed opinion task essay. So, the question that I've chosen to be discussed here is this: a big salary is much more important than job satisfaction. Do you agree or disagree? So as you can see, it's a very traditional and classic type of agree and disagree or opinion essay type. And you should make up your mind whether you want to agree with the topic, whether you think that the salary plays the most important part in selecting your job and job satisfaction or not. Actually, there are other factors which can contribute to one's satisfaction and fulfillment. So the most important thing is pick up a side, and that's it. Because you shouldn't be somehow in the middle. That is something that many people, many candidates would go for, but I wouldn't recommend it, as I previously mentioned the reason. So here I would like to disagree with the topic, and there are two ideas for saying so. The first idea is that high salary jobs are generally more stressful and can lead to ill health, and the second reason for which I want to disagree with the topic is that job satisfaction gives a sense of fulfillment. So stay tuned, because we're gonna rock and roll and you're gonna learn a lot out of this session. Okay, so firstly, as I said, you should decide on your opinion. Firstly, when you think of having different kinds of ideas and the process of idea generation, you should think of different kinds of things to agree or disagree. But finally, you should go for the opinion that is much more easier for you to support, not the most difficult one, because exactly that is the problem and the issue with a lot of candidates. They want to be unique. They want to sound so sophisticated and smart. And they think that, okay, if I go for some far-fetched ideas and, these kind of philosophical ideas will make me a better and smarter and more intelligent person, and the examiner will give me a higher band score. It is not, because you're not going to be given any higher band score because of just having some unique and special ideas. So in this essay, as I said, I'm going to disagree with this statement and argue that job satisfaction is more important than a big salary. So let's see. The second activity that we should do is about generating ideas. Since I'm going to argue that job satisfaction is more important than a large salary, I need ideas to support this view. So I need different kinds of ideas and different kinds of thoughts in order to enable me to go for the discussion. Alrighty, so here we go with the ideas that I've chosen to go for. The first one: high salary jobs are generally more stressful and actually they lead to ill health, both mental and physical. 40 hours a week at work, a third of the day. So as you can see, these are very, short ideas. These are not even sentences. Just I want to give you the gist about idea generation. You shouldn't go for the complete sentence because you wouldn't have enough time. And as you know, you're pressed for time and you have to speed it up. And the next thing is about money doesn't bring happiness, better quality of life, sense of fulfillment, less stress, and healthier and happier. So you can see I've got both sides ideas, and I want to pick something up. So I've got more ideas here than I need. So I'm going to pick two to develop in the essay, one for each of the main body paragraphs. So the first idea is high salary jobs are generally more stressful and can lead to ill health. And the second one is about job satisfaction, which gives a sense of fulfillment. So these two very important and main ideas are going to be the main topic sentences in my essay. So there are different kinds of words and vocabulary that I have to take care of because of the fact that in this essay, we're gonna work on job satisfaction. So I would definitely need a wide variety of vocabulary range in order to show off my level and the lexical resource in a much better and a higher level. So satisfaction, fulfillment, achievement, sense of accomplishment, content, sense of well-being, salary, income, wages, pay, earnings, important, significant, valued, has more meaning, and job, work, employment, position. So these are some examples of expanding your vocabulary range. Of course, it doesn't mean that you need to change every single word, but the more variety you can introduce to your text, the more you can show your high level and knowledge. It is a fact, isn't it? If I just keep repeating a very specific word, you will feel that, okay, so the person has got some limitations. You are not that much competent or willing to use, or you have no idea how to do that. So another example that I should tell you about is the fact that when you just present yourself and the person just the examiner starts asking you about some different kinds of questions, and you would say yes, no, yes, no. So how would that examiner evaluate your competency and different kinds of skills that you might possess, because you haven't shown anything? So how can you expect the person to have a kind of logical and fair assessment? So idea generation, as we talked about, we should be really so specific about it, because in IELTS there is a wide variety of questions that might pop up, and you have some knowledge about each of them. Of course, if you have practice, you have seen something related to salary and related to job, but you should be really specific. So the first thing that we do is about analysis of the question in order to understand what exactly we are dealing with. So the first thing is about topic words. So here we can say that a big salary more important than job satisfaction. The second part is about specific words. You have to make it clear that what exactly the question and the statement are telling you about. It is not about occupation in general. It is about salary versus job satisfaction. And the last item that you have to be really careful of is about instruction words. For example, here we are talking about opinion essay. Therefore, you are asked to say whether you agree or disagree. But sometimes students just forget about the statement and the question and the instruction, and in the middle of a writing they just start another topic and another instruction. For example, they start talking about the advantages versus disadvantages, or they just try to discuss both views. These are different and various types of questions, but every now and again you have to check out on the question in order to see whether you're exactly to the point or you have gone off the topic. That is very important, because if you are not answering the question and addressing the question clearly and closely, you're actually going to lose a huge amount of your score due to the lack of respecting and following the instruction. So that's a huge mistake that can affect your score negatively, and I'm sure that it is the last thing that you are determined to go for. You want to improve your skill in a way that you would compensate for your weaknesses, let alone these kind of I'm sorry, but stupid mistakes. So every now and again try to double check on the question whether you are on the spot or you have forgotten the question and the instruction words.